Rise and Grind DMV, happy Saturday. We are waking up to cold conditions across the area. We're also tracking breezy conditions, and then snow will be returning to the DMV. So keep it here. We'll have a full breakdown of that forecast and what to expect coming up.
This morning on DC News Now, snow and sleet headed our way here in the DMV. We're showing you all the preparations ahead of that wintry weather. Then, tens of thousands in the DC area for major events this month, how DC officials plan to keep everyone safe. And President Jimmy Carter will be laid to rest this week. The details on his funeral services in the district.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good morning. Thank you for waking up with us here on DC News Now. I'm Tosin Fakile. Your time, it is 8 o'clock on this Saturday. Happy New Year. Welcome to the first Saturday of the new year. I hope the first few days of this year have been off to a great start. Now, depending on if you like snow and cold temperatures, you might say this weather has been off to a great start as well. Let's send you outside with a live look over the cathedral. It looks pretty with the sun out, but do not be deceived. That sun feels like a front because it is not anywhere near remotely warm outside. So how cold and windy will it stay today? Meteorologist Brittany Ward on the desk with me this morning. There's a lot that we're dealing with today and tomorrow. We're talking cold, we're talking wind, we're talking sleet, we're talking snow. It is only January 4th.
Yeah, 2025 said, hey, I'm going to remind you that winter is still here. I mean, not like what we saw last weekend. It was nice last weekend. 50s. Now we're tracking 30s, and yes, snow will be arriving. The good news is it's not going to be arriving until the second half of our Sunday. At least that's going to be the bigger story as we head through the weekend. Right now, yes, we are seeing a few flurries there on satellite and radar, hanging on to a few clouds here in the nation's capital. But overall, we will be seeing drier conditions as we head through the second half of your day today, all thanks to high pressure just to the south. That will continue to build its way in, and that's going to be keeping us quiet. But a few of those flurries we're seeing right now is all thanks to that lake effect snow right now that's going on in the Great Lakes. We do have a better chance of seeing more snow there in Garrett County as we head through the rest of your morning. But after sunrise, this little bit that's closer to the district, we'll finally start to see that move out as we head within the next few minutes or so. Now, temperature-wise, still very cold out there. We're tracking 20s to 30s, below freezing across the entire area, sitting at 30 degrees right now in DC, 26 as you head over there to Hagerstown, 18 right now in Kaiser. Those winds are starting to pick up. We're seeing gusts upwards to about 28 miles per hour here in the nation's capital, 35 miles per hour there in Kaiser. You factor in the cold, you factor in that gusty conditions, that's going to give you a wind chill value, meaning the feels like temperatures a lot colder than what the outside temperature is saying. So even though it's 30 degrees right now in the nation's capital, it feels like 18 degrees right now in DC. It only feels like 7 degrees in Winchester. It feels like 4 degrees as you head over there to Kaiser. So the cold will be the big story as we head through your day today. Bundle up, but again, we are going to be tracking snow as we end out the weekend. So keep it here. We'll have a full breakdown of this forecast and what to expect, Tosin, coming up.
All right, Brittany, thank you. 8:03, and with that white snow coming down, it means more green money, that is, for companies that help families and businesses shovel out. DC News Now's Kevon Dupree talks with one business owner about how his team prepares and has tips to help you get ready.
Blue Collar Scholars here in Montgomery County handle snow removal for about 100 homes and businesses. The owner says crews use a variety of methods to get the job done.
We started professionally providing services a little over 10 years ago.
Blue Collar Scholars owner Sam Forline gearing up for a winter storm system that could bring several inches of snow and ice to the area.
A lot of it is hand shoveling. Places like churches like this one will use more of the snow machines, getting the snow out. But after you take care of the snow, that's when you lay down the ice melt or the salt.
Forline says it's imperative that they get ice and snow removed from stairs, walkways, and driveways as quickly as possible.
Ice is the biggest thing that can hurt you, and every year we have at least 3 clients who get hurt.
Speed is important for other reasons.
Every single jurisdiction has laws. You must clear everything within 24 hours. And if you don't, you're held liable if somebody falls. Commercial, they need to take care of it, because if someone slips and falls on their property, a lawsuit is a lot more expensive than paying somebody to clear the snow.
Fourline says his team takes pride in keeping community members safe.
You get to see the fruits of your labor, right? It's, you know, the snow was there and now it's not, and everything's clean, and it does feel good.
And if you're thinking of going with a snow removal company, Fourline says it's best not to wait and reach out as soon as possible. Reporting in Silver Spring, I'm Kevon Dupree, DC News Now.
And still in Montgomery County, a tractor trailer crashed into several utility poles in Darnestown. You can see the damage there. Firefighters say some lanes were blocked between Seneca Road and Route 118. It's unclear what caused the crash, but some roads were slick and icy yesterday from the winter blast that brought snow across the region. And in this winter weather, officials say make sure you have some essentials in your car while out on the roads. Fairfax County Police advise food, water, medications, and blankets with you. Avoid driving during heavy snowfall and icy conditions. And if you are out driving, fully clear that snow off your car and be cautious and drive slowly. And at least one school district in the DMV has already announced it will be closed next week because of the winter storm. In Virginia, Culpeper School District says there's no school for kids on Monday and Tuesday. Staff will return on Tuesday, but students will head back to the classroom on Wednesday. And of course, you can stay on top of all this weekend and next week's impending storm on DCNewsNow.com. Scan that QR code on your screen. It'll take you right to our DC News Now weather page. Our storm team working hard to keep you updated on the latest information. 8:06, an update to some breaking news on the shooting in D.C. we first told you about last night. Police now say 5 people were injured in the shooting that stemmed from a dispute between all 5 people. D.C. police were called to 1500 block of Harry Thomas Way Northeast just after 8:15 last night. Initially, police say a man and a woman were found shot on the scene. They now say 2 men and 1 woman were found on the scene, all 3 taken to the hospital conscious and breathing. Police say 2 other men later arrived at the hospital. The investigation is ongoing. And police have released the name of a man shot and killed in Northeast Thursday night. 24-year-old Corey Ward Jr. was found shot near 52nd and Just Streets a little before 10 o'clock. He died at the hospital. There's a $25,000 reward for information that leads to an arrest. The search is on for a suspect who carjacked a woman with a gun in Northwest D.C. Investigators are looking for this person on your screen. They say on December 22nd, he approached the woman who was getting into a car, showed her a gun, and demanded her keys. He then drove off with the car. This happened on 4th Street. Police are looking to speak with anyone with any information. The latest crime numbers in the district are promising, according to officials. D.C. police say violent crime is at a 30-year low, dropping 35% from 2023. Now, this means the district has seen a drop in homicides, robberies, assaults with dangerous weapons, and armed carjackings. Officials say the decrease is because of efforts to target neighborhoods with higher crime rates. To Western Maryland now, where a statewide recognition for an organization has been given that's been helping families in rural communities. Fort Ritchie Center hosts youth camps, wellness clinics, and has opened a full-service fitness center in Washington County. The center earning statewide honors for its major impact in the remote parts of Maryland. Organizers say they've managed projects with the support of hundreds of volunteers over the past 5 years.
We are somewhat unique because we are a rural community center, and traditionally rural folks don't have access to things that we actually have here.
If we can kind of take care of this small community, we hope we can grow and grow and get better and better.
The center is one of only 8 in the state to earn this recognition. All right, it is 8:09 on this Saturday. Brittany, we are off to a you can call it a decent start for the weekend because things take quite the turn in like 24 hours.
Yeah, you know, I will definitely say, Tosin, today is the pick of the weekend. Yes, it's going to be cold. Yes, it's going to be windy, but for the most part, we are going to be dry. Temperature-wise, make sure to bundle up when heading out the door. We are going to be tracking below freezing temperatures as we head through much of the morning. It looks like we finally get to the freezing mark as we head through the afternoon. A mixture of sun and clouds. That will be the trend as we head through much of the day today. And then tomorrow, mainly tomorrow night, that's when we start to see that wintry mess work its way across the entire DMV. This is going to be providing us with snow. We could also see some sleet across the entire area. And then that's going to follow into our Monday. So keep it here. We'll have a full breakdown of the forecast, what to expect timing-wise of this storm coming up. Tosin in just a bit.